Hi there, it's Richard here from Charterhouse Auctioneers, and I'm going to look through my top 10 favourite bikes of our great big classic and vintage motorcycle auction coming up at the wonderful Haynes Motor Museum on Thursday the 18th of June. Now we've got about 170 motorbikes, so it's quite difficult to choose 10, but here we go. Starting up here, and it kind of feels like Top of the Pops. Maybe we should have had some Top of the Pops music coming on in the background. So put that into your mind anyhow. This is a 1963 Yamaha MF2C moped. It's original, it's unrestored, it's low ownership. Now, for years, we've kind of sort of slightly laughed our socks off with these, but actually incredibly rare. They are part of social history, they're mobility of labour, and they're rare to see. So if you're looking for a low ownership, original unrestored moped here from 1963, this is an £800 to £1,200. Coming up next is the 1954 Norton AJS Special. Now this is in my top 10 because this is by far the ugliest bike I have seen in a long time. And yes, it is a special. Norton combined with AJS here. But what is perhaps more valuable about the bike is the registration number. Normally, we don't like to have these split, but I feel certain, estimated at £2,000 to £3,000 with the registration number PTG4. I repeat, that's Papa Tango Golf 4. That will do very, very well and probably won't be on the bike much long after the auction finishes. Sporty looking number now. This is the 1997 Ducati 916. It's the SPS version. It's just over 7,000 miles. We found it in the living room from a deceased estate. One of only 404 produced worldwide. Condition not really known, but it's probably investment grade and sort of £10,000 to £12,000 on that one. Coming up now, and this one actually, this beautiful looking 1958 Triumph Bonneville. The Tangerine Dream. This is from a collection of motorbikes from a client down in Bournemouth. There's over 40 bikes coming from this single owner here. Now this Bonnie here, it's an early one. It's 1958. It has been completely restored, and this is absolutely amazing. In at £9,000 to £11,000. Another beautifully restored bike is the 1919 Campion 350. And again, I've included this one because not only is it beautifully restored, it's actually the earliest ride we have in the sale. So 1919 Campion 350, restored some time ago for the Geeson brothers for their own museum. And as we know, they've got great eye. And this is in around about the £4,000 to £5,000. Another beautifully restored is the 1937. It's a Rudge Ulster this time. It's been completely restored. Again, this is probably the finest Rudge Ulster you will find, and it's estimated accordingly between £8,000 and £9,000. We've sold a number of bikes for the owner over the years. They are always beautifully presented and completely correct. So it's a great looking Rudge Ulster there. More my age and generation now is there's a 1977, the Yamaha FS1E. Here we are. This is a nut and bolt restoration a few years ago, only using new old stock, 0 miles since. It was voted the best moped at the Bristol Classic Bike Show in 2019 and also comes from the collection of the late Joe Skinner. We sold a lot of Joe's bikes in our last classic bike sale, and we've got a few more in this sale as well. So it's a show-winning bike. Completely restored using new old stock, in at £4,000 to £5,000, and I feel certain it'll have plenty of admirers. At the other end of the scale, we've got the 1970 MV Agusta 503. This is one of 4 bikes produced by Lucio Castelli and his ex-MV colleagues. It's made from factory drawings and incorporating some genuine works parts. The owner, he used it at Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2016 and also at the Goodwood Revival in 2019. It's a rare bike and estimated accordingly between £90,000 and £100,000. Now, for my penultimate favourite of my top 10, this is a 1974 Rickman CR750 Honda. Nice to see a Honda for a change. This is interesting because these were made not that far away from us, down in New Milton, and they were often supplied in kit parts, but this is actually made in the factory. And what's more fascinating is the fact that the person who made this in period also owns the bike today. Originally it was exported to Canada, it came back, he's completely restored it, and beautiful in the orange there, can't miss it, £10,000 to £12,000. And the last one here of my top 10 here, this is the 1979 Yamaha XT500. This is a personal choice for me because when I was 15, a couple of guys used to ride around on one of these and I thought, wow, what a big old thumper. They were the coolest kids in the block. This one is professionally restored with only 10 miles since, in at £6,000 to £7,000. So there's a bit of a quick little walk and talk through 10 of my favourite bikes in the auction.